even if you haven't seen the first videos, which we suggest that you look at to further build your skills. So far, we've covered several strategies in both addressing members of the legislature and maintaining the integrity of your message about STEM and First North Carolina. Now, we'll be showing you more examples of things you could do to make your visit to the legislature the productive meeting you want it to be. We'll join our team members who have already introduced themselves and are in the middle of a meeting with the representative. In our first scenario, we will see how the team members present multiple issues for the representative's support. When the representative asks them to narrow down the request for the single most important issue, their meeting goes off the rails.
Given the desperate need for additional STEM professionals across the state, communities everywhere are trying to increase their after-school mentor-based STEM activities. These activities have been proven to greatly increase student engagement in math and science classes. We need your help to increase funding to these activities.
In addition, we'd also like your help in instituting a tax code reform to allow for tax credit to go directly to the teacher coaches of FIRST robotics teams. This way, we're encouraging more people to become coaches or mentors.
We really need your support of leadership here in Raleigh to address all of our critical concerns.
Well, I appreciate your hard work. On behalf of these challenges for students back home, I expect there is a growing concern among my colleagues as well. I'll be meeting with some of them in a few days informally. Which of these issues would you say is most important to you?
Title IV Part A funding for STEM programs, wouldn't you say?
Definitely tax credits for coaches.
Not funding?
Funding is the number one issue. Yes, funding. That's it.
Given our current budget challenges on Capitol Hill, I know it will be difficult, but I'll do what I can.
If Representative Smith doesn't feel like the cat that got the cream, she should. Go ahead, make my job easy. Our team members identified several issues that they consider are important, which required help from Raleigh. Smith trapped them in narrowing down their concerns to just one issue when she asked them which one was most important, and she made her job easy. Let's give our team members another chance to tell the representative about their needs without trapping themselves. We'll pick up Representative Smith's response.
Well, I appreciate your hard work. On behalf of these challenges for students back home, I expect there's a growing concern between my colleagues as well. I'll be meeting with some of them in a few days informally. Which of these issues would you say is most important to you?
Well, Representative, we believe that they're both very important. First teams back home want to know that you're addressing all of these issues. Can we count on you to support them?
Yes, I see your point. They're all important.
That's much better. Our team members presented their concerns without implying that one was more important than the others. And when the representative tried to get them to make one issue a main priority so that it was easier for her, they didn't play along. They asked her to support all their problems and kept them all on the table. Don't get caught in the trap of narrowing down your advocacy agenda unless there's a good reason to do it. Now, let's take a look at another troubling situation. In this one, team members get trapped into suggesting cuts in other programs in order to achieve their priorities.
Representative, as you're aware, ESSA Title IV Part A programs continue to be underfunded. We have data here that shows how much we've been shortchanged every year over the last 5 years. And we've had many discussions with you already about how there's been a significant increase in demand for these after-school programs in the last 5 years, and how current funding does not meet this increased interest.
I really understand the need for increased funding, but to do that we have to offset other funding. Any suggestions for that?
Well, I think there are funds to be gained by cutting funds for UNC.
How about the big money the state government uses or spends on prisons?
Well, that would involve cutting into entitlement programs, which we can't do. Any other recommendations?
Representative Smith was trying to make our team members responsible for priority setting decisions as a precondition for getting more STEM funding. In the first recommendation for funding, the team members suggested trading one program for another, and that's completely unacceptable. Then they went after programs outside of their areas of expertise, making recommendations that won't work politically or practically. They derailed their advocacy for funding STEM. Choosing priorities is the representative's job, not yours. Let's let the team members try again.
I really understand the need for increased funding, but to do what you're asking for, we need to find offsets. Any suggestions?
Representative, we're here to let you know about the need for STEM funding and the expectations our fellow team members and families have back home.
That's right, Representative. We come to you to find a way to fund after-school mentor-based STEM engagement programs.
Good work. Leave finding the offset to the member. Just make sure they know that STEM funding is a priority for you, and it should be for the member too.